This section is just going to cover how to uh, import a process from, or import some data from Excel and store it. And that's it, just very simple, very basic. Of course, I already have a lot of processes and data already within my Rapidminer studio, but I'm just going to start out with a new one. We click the blank piece of paper, which just means new. And we say blank, a new project. Okay. Then here I'm going to search for read CSV. And when I import data, I like to do the CSV file versus Excel has their format, which is XLSX. Mac has their own format, like it's numbers, I believe. It's actually just says numbers. But CSV means it's comma separated. That's what it means. So you search for the operator, you grab it, drag it in, and then let's just do the import configuration wizard. And then I have stored mine in, let's see, documents, tutoring, there it is, frog tutoring, that's where mine is at. Employee interest, there it is. Just go next. It just shows you the data before it imports it. Next, finish. Okay. Now I'm going to just store the data. Anytime you read data in from Excel, you have to store it in order to do things with it, in order to analyze it. So I'm going to search store. Okay. Just click, drag it. Okay. And now I'm going to complete the, this is essentially like a workflow process, and it's similar to a black box, where a black box has inputs and outputs and has a function or an operator within it. And all these, like read CSV is an operator, just like a function, or store is an operator. So I'm going to connect the output to read CSV to the input of store, and then connect the output of store to the result. Okay. Which does actually beg the question, why am I not connecting the input here? Why not? Doesn't that seem how you should do it? With mine, that actually does not work. It throws an error. It's a quirky thing about Rapidminer. Rapidminer is a great tool, has a few little quirks in it. I do not connect the input to the first operator, so I'm going to delete that. And now, even though we went through the configuration wizard, where the import configuration wizard, we imported all the data. In Rapidminer, there is the process and then there's the data, and you need both. You need a place, you need a separate data to store the data that you're importing. So what I like to do is just say import data. Okay. My computer, and I know it seems redundant. It's like, oh, we just went through this. But I'd go my documents, frog tutoring, employee interest is the one we're doing for this project. And then where do you want to store the data? This is the question, right? Where do you want to store the data? In data. Okay. This is why we went through this separate workflow. Okay. Data, I want to store it in data. Okay, finish. Okay, it already ran. Interesting. Well, that's okay. That's okay. By default, it took us to the results page. And actually, if you're wondering what this is, I had ran a previous Rapidminer process, and this is the result from it. This is just what's cached in there. This is what's already in there. But as you can see here, I'm reading it, reading the data, and storing it. And then let's go ahead and run this. Parameter missing. Oh, okay. So Right, and so this is why we went through this, right? So in order to store it, you have to have a place to store it. So I'm reading it in. We went through import configuration wizard. I went through the import data to create this employee interest data. Now in store, I have to click on this folder. I click local repository, data, employee interest. There it goes. Okay. Now I run it. Okay. And all this does is it reads in the data and shows you everything. That's all it does. It reads in the data, all of it, and is just displaying it. That's all that's happening. Okay. But that does show you how to build a Rapidminer process and how to import data from Excel and how to store it. And so I'm just going to keep this video short. And then, you can go ahead and try this on your own or move on to the next section. Thank you.